Today we're talking about something that will excite all photography lovers, especially those who love taking super close-up shots. We're diving into the new camera features of the upcoming Google Pixel 10, and this time, Google is doing something unique to boost macro photography. If you've ever tried to capture the tiny details of an insect, a flower, or a piece of jewelry, you've probably used macro mode on your phone. It allows you to get really close to your subject and see the fine details that aren't visible to the naked eye. Now, Google is taking macro photography to the next level with the Pixel 10 series. So, what's changing? Currently, Pixel phones that support macro photography rely only on the ultrawide sensor to take close-up shots. That sensor gets really close to the subject while keeping everything in focus. But the Pixel 10 will be different. It will use two sensors, both the ultrawide and the telephoto lens for macro shots. Here's how it works. At a certain distance, the telephoto sensor will be used to take a macro shot. But when you get even closer to your subject, the camera will automatically switch to the ultrawide sensor. That's because telephoto lenses usually struggle to stay in focus when you get too close. So Google's solution is to combine the best of both lenses, telephoto for distance and ultrawide for close contact. This method is called tele-macro, and it's not entirely new. Samsung first used it back in 2022 on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. However, they dropped it a year later in the Fold 5 and went back to ultrawide only macro. Other companies like OnePlus and Oppo have quietly used tele-macro too. The OnePlus 13 and the Oppo Find N5 both had this feature, but didn't highlight it much. So what makes tele-macro special? Using a telephoto sensor for macro shots means you don't have to be super close to your subject. For example, if you're trying to take a photo of a butterfly or a beetle, getting too close might scare it away. But with tele-macro, you can stay at a safe distance and still get an extreme close-up with amazing detail. Plus, there's another big benefit. Photos taken with a telephoto lens often create a blurry background, known as bokeh. This makes your subject stand out more sharply and gives the photo a professional feel. The Pixel 10 will use this effect to make your macro shots even more beautiful and eye-catching. And don't worry, Google is not removing the macro ability from the ultrawide sensor. It's still there for when you need to get up close. Instead, the phone will intelligently choose which lens to use based on how far you are from the subject. If you're a bit farther away, it will use the telephoto lens. If you move in closer, it'll switch to the ultrawide. It's all about giving you the best quality without needing to change any settings manually. Now, let's talk about release dates. The Pixel 10 series is expected to launch on August 20th, with a release date likely around August 28th. That's just around the corner. And along with these new camera upgrades, there's something else exciting about this launch. The Pixel 10 will be powered by Google's brand new Tensor G5 chip, which is built using TSMC's 3nm process. This is a big deal because it's the first Tensor chip fully designed by Google from the ground up. Earlier Tensor chips were made with the help of Samsung Foundry, but this time, Google has taken full control that could lead to much better performance and efficiency. With the Tensor G5, we can expect some exclusive AI features, faster performance, and better battery life. And of course, it will play a big role in helping the Pixel 10's camera perform smarter and faster, especially when deciding which lens to use for macro shots. That's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments, are you excited about the Pixel 10's macro features? And would you use tele-macro to take insect shots, nature photos, or something else? Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our full coverage of the Pixel 10 launch and more upcoming smartphones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.